Yes, you're welcome on the show. This is the Nova Talk Show. Once again, where we get to inspire, educate, motivate, encourage, empower the youth. And we are super excited today on the show to have one of the big names in the country, Mr. Frank Gashumba. You're welcome on the show.
Thank you.
This gentleman you're seeing is a father. He's a father of so many people. He's a mentor. He's an entrepreneur. He's a motivational speaker. He's a political analyst. Is that true?
Yeah, sometimes, but recent.
Yeah. So we are excited to have him talk to us as the youth. I hope everyone is watching and ready to get a message from him. Nova Talk is a youth education show. It's online, but it targets the youth. We are moving with a theme that says building a positive-minded, youthful generation. That is what drives us.
What?
Building a positive-minded, youthful generation. That is what pushes Nova Talk. That is our goal, our target, what we would want to achieve. One of the problems we have had with the youth in this country is the youth who look at successful people who have reached somewhere, people who have maybe I would say at the peak of their games, and they admire. I think it's okay to admire, but they want to have what these people have in a short time. Yet, I think, I don't know, you will be telling us, I think these people have had a long journey to get to where they are. So what do you tell these youth?
I think when you interact with the people I call those that have a success story, I'll give you an example. We're doing this interview from a speaker apartment. It belongs to Subiri Parelli. He was a taxi driver in UK. A taxi driver, a Uber driver. But now he's Uganda's number one. If you start with...
I think East Africans.
No. I think Uganda's number one, not East Africa's number one. I think Uganda. For the East Africa, I don't have the figures. But if you listen to him, look at a man who was in London driving a car. He decided to come back to Uganda because Subiri was born in Uganda. Many Ugandans don't know that. Subiri was born in Kasese. He comes back to Uganda. He starts from scratch. Now he owns, I think, a court of Kampala. Now when you see Subiri driving a Lexus, you also want to drive a Lexus. Which is false. Another example would be Dangote. Dangote, you want to live a life of Dangote. Dangote has been working for the last 36 years. You want to drive the same car Dangote drives. Unless you're a thief, you can't make it. So the successful people you look at and admire, they have a history of hard work and discipline. Hard work and discipline. If you have no discipline, you can't make it. I'll give you another example. Even Yoweri Museveni, the president of Uganda, the man started from nowhere. He's the president of Uganda. He started fighting regimes in the early 1970s. He took over power in 1986. Now when you see him wearing military fatigue, you want to be a general. Don't look at him now, look at the battles he has fought. That's the message to the youth, very simple. Discipline and hard work, and don't despise jobs. Every successful person you know of has ever done those jobs you despise. The late Murwana was a bouncer at White Nile in Katwe. Even Pope Francis has ever been a bouncer, but now he's the Pope. He's the world's number one. He has two titles that are very unique. He commands the Catholic Church and the Vatican. So if you are watching me now and you think there are shortcuts, yes, shortcuts will be there, but they are not sustainable. And of recent, we've started seeing this life of the social media. On social media, everyone is a billionaire. That's a fake life. They live a fake life on the social media. But when you interact with them privately, you'll be shocked. These people you see on the social media and you admire, look at their background. What's their background? Every person that has a success story, they have one unique thing in common. Persistence, hard work, and discipline. That's it. Don't expect to graduate from Makerere, Nkumba, Chambogo, the following day you become a judge. But Kakurebe, the Chief Justice, told us that he was a state attorney in 1970s.
1970s.
Yes. Now a young boy graduates from Makerere, goes to this, and he wants to become a Chief Justice. That cannot happen. It's a process. And let me tell you, people with serious CVs, you can hardly even meet them. People with serious CVs, but these fake masters who live a wishful life.
You're talking about these fake masters. Someone watching might not understand. What exactly do you mean by fake masters?
People that live a life that they are not theirs. People who live a life of a billionaire, whereas is an exclusively poor person. You can bang a deal and get, let's say, $1 million. You are not a millionaire. You are not.
That's a one-time deal.
Yes. Give us your bank statement for the last 20 years, for the last 10 years. Who are you? Where do you come from? Where do you work from? You're getting me. Show us your tax returns. That's when you're going to believe who you are. But you bang a deal, you get $1 million, you display money, and the youth believe that you're a millionaire. No way. It cannot happen.
Mr. Frank, one of the things you attribute to people's success, talking of discipline, I would also want us to bring this out. How does the discipline contribute to this?
Oh my God. Everything, even in athletics, you must be disciplined at the pitch. You must be disciplined as Kiprotich. You must be disciplined as Usain Bolt. Discipline is this. What time are you supposed to report for work? 8:30. You have to be there at 7:45. What time do you leave work? At 5. Do you leave at 5? Good. If you're a marketeer, do you go out and look for potential clients? You're getting. That's the discipline I'm talking about. Again, if you're paid a salary of 1 million, do you live in those limits of 1 million? It's in Uganda where you find a young girl who earns 200,000, and she's carrying an iPhone X, and you wonder they don't study. It's in Uganda where you find a young boy who earns, let's say, 0.5, but every weekend it's happening. You earn 0.5, and you have an apartment, and you rent an apartment of 0.8. You are driving a Harry. You have four girlfriends. They are not sustainable. That's the discipline I'm talking about.
Each of them wants an iPhone X.
Yes. You have to steal to sustain them. That's what I'm talking about. A very successful person I know, and I relate much with Asians. They are very disciplined with money. They don't live a reckless life. That's why they own Uganda. That's why we have Meta, we have Aga Khan, we have Bokwano, we have Suhil, we have many other. It's called generational funds from your grandfather to your father, from your father to you. But for us Ugandans, because you want to live a life that is not yours, you cannot sustain it.
You don't even leave anything for your...
You can't.
Okay.
In Uganda, there are people I know. Sudiru Pareya drives a Lexus worth like 600 million or 400 million. But I know fake masters in town who drive those cars. Yes, a 600 million car. And you wonder, he banged one deal of, let's say, $1 million, then he bought that car. He wants to live a life of Sudiru. It's not sustainable. Good enough, none of them has sustained that life. They chill.
On and off.
Yes.
On and off.
They chill for 3 months, 6 months. After that, no more.
So, basically, in your message, you're saying you need to live a life you can sustain.
Yes. That's what I call discipline. Living a life that you can sustain. Living a life in your limits. In your limits. Someone earning 0.5, you have an apartment of 0.8 in Dali. You have a high. It's in Uganda where you find someone borrowing money to go for Kwando. It's called the salary loans. Someone who secures a loan
To go for an introduction.
terrible.
Okay, that's a bit of you heard what he says about looking at successful people and thinking you can live their life. Frank, Mr. Frank, the other thing I wanted us to talk about is the parent-child relationship.